Hey guys, what's up? It's Adam, and coming at you again with another Unity tutorial. We're going to be starting this one right where we left off on the last one, which is where I asked you to get the ball jumping. And I'm just going to dive right into it. Um, if you didn't get it, then it's very, very similar to a line like this, to where we're going to have to get the velocity of the rigid body, and we're going to have to assign it a new velocity, but the difference was that we're assigning this when a ball jumps, it goes in the y direction on a coordinate plane. So instead of changing the x component, we're just going to change the y component. And this should make the ball jump up. Now we're going to see some issues with this. What we're going to see is that the ball moves fine right and left, and then it moves fine up. But do you notice that it doesn't keep its horizontal velocity when you click space? Now that's going to be an issue, like if you want to have the ball jumping across the screen. Also, you can't be moving and click spacebar at the same time because it just won't let you the way that we have it programmed right now. And another issue is that you can just keep on clicking space up and down. Just keep on going up, even when you're not touching the ground. So we're going to change all of that in this video. And then you see another issue is that you just keep on going like that. The gravity brings you down somewhat, but that's not the functionality that we want. So let's get down to it. First of all, to actually be able to move the ball left and right and click space at the same time, it's actually a pretty simple fix. All we have to do is separate. Oops, that's F. I don't know why I went to that. All we have to do is separate these, because what happens when you do an else if right here is this, you can only do one of these three if they're connected like this. So you'll either be going right, you'll either be going left, or you'll either be jumping up, and we don't want that. We want to be able to go left, right, left or right, and up when you're doing either of those. So with that being fixed, now we should be able to go up while we're holding down A or D, just like that. And you see there is still some issues. But yeah, and we're going to solve those issues right now. So, actually, you know what? Let's get working on the ground part. So we should only be able to jump when we're on the ground, right? So, what Unity does is they, with the rigid body component and the sphere collider, they give us methods that we could actually use that Unity provides. And one of them is on collision exit. Exit right there. And pretty much what this is saying is every time this, oh, I don't want to do that. Every time this collider right here leaves contact with another collider, this method's going to be called. And when that's called, we shouldn't be able to jump, right? That's the whole point. When it's not in contact with something, we shouldn't be able to jump. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and make a Boolean. And we're going to call it is grounded. And we'll set it to true because our it starts on the ground. Or actually, it starts slightly above the ground, so we'll just set it equal to false right now. It doesn't really matter. It'll fix itself in a few lines. So here, let's move this bracket up there because I don't like it there. So on the collision exit, we're just going to set is grounded equal to false. And then similarly, there's a on collision enter. Private. And then again, very similar to on collision exit, when there is a collision between the ball and some other surface, we should be able to jump. So we set is grounded equal to true. And now doing this alone won't do anything. And if you see why, then you could fix it right now. But for those of you that don't see why it won't actually do anything and you could still jump up like this, then I'll show you why right now. What we forgot to do was put is grounded over here as a condition of the if statement, and is grounded. So what this is this is saying that if you're pressing the spacebar and the ball is grounded, then you'll be able to do this. Otherwise, it won't run. Both of these things have to be true before the ball could jump. So now if we go over here and run it, you'll see that we can't, or we can. Was that the issue right there? Oh, that was the issue. Alright, so don't set this equal to false. Just leave that there, because what happens is these actually end up taking care of it. Because if you set it to false to begin with, then what ends up happening is at the beginning of the program, it'll be set to false, and yeah, just let these two methods take care of it. And don't worry about actually initializing the variable to begin with. So now we have our ball, and it could go right and left like that. And there's some issues with it. When we're going right and left, we still set the velocity equal to 0, right? You see? So what we're going to do over here is to keep the velocity going up. All we have to do is do rb.velocity.y. Oh, okay. And then we do the same thing over here. All this is saying is that whenever we're going right and left, we're going to maintain the same y velocity that we currently have from over here. And similarly, when we're doing this, we should maintain the same x velocity, rb.velocity.x. That way, these two are actually independent of each other. Jumping and moving horizontally are independent of each other. So now we see smooth movement. See that, guys? Look at how smooth that is. God, it's beautiful. Okay. So, I think we should be good with this ball. We have it moving right and left. We have it moving up and down whenever we want to. And there are no issues surrounding the ball. We just have a fluid ball moving throughout the screen. You can change directions in the air, and everything's all well in the world. So just going to recap what we went over right here. We made the Boolean is grounded, and what this does is it on the collision exit of the ball, which just means that it's not in contact with anything, it sets is grounded to false. And when is grounded is false, it doesn't allow this if statement to get any further than right here, because this right here evaluates to false because of the and operator. Now if we're using the or operator, it would still run because you're clicking space, which is true. And or just means that one of them has to be true. But when you use the and operator, both of these have to be true. And then similarly on collision answer sets is grounded to true, and that allows you to jump again. And again, what we did here was we set the whenever you're moving right or left, it keeps the the y velocity, so you can still be going up and to the right. And similarly for the when we click space, we keep the x velocity the same, so you could still be going up and then to the right or left. So yeah, this is gonna be probably the last episode that I want to do with the actual like sphere and box. This is mainly just to get you guys comfortable with Unity, and I feel that after learning some basic scripting and learning a way around Unity, we could actually start working with some 2D models like sprites, and I'll get into the sprite editor next episode and show you guys how that works. So yeah, again, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to leave some comments if you guys have any ideas for other videos. And if you like the idea of starting 2D games next week, just let me know. And I'll make sure to put together a few videos for that. I'm going to put together more than one video for the next programming club just because it'll take a while to explain everything and like get everything set up for the sprites, because it's similar to 3D like we've been doing here, but it's not exactly the same. Like, for example, you'll notice in a 2D game, this will have no depth to it, and you'll still be able to run across it, which is maybe just a little bit confusing for some people. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.